Say, I am the greatest. Look at us, mama, we made it. I'm going in like I'm bathing. Yeah, they had a buzz, but we shaved it. They got me feeling like some gauges, cause I'm in the air with it, baby. Had to get away from being basic and work hard on a regular basis. I'ma let them talk till it's my time, and I ain't gon' say shit. Give them bars like cages, and they still got a few more cases. You can unplug from the matrix, then open your mind a little and see that it's fucking funny like a con.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. I'm here. It's Talking Riches. Again, this episode part 6, 7. I'm losing count. I'm doing too much. So we have Peddy here today. You know, the beautiful Peddy Bay from Baltimore. President with a beehive. Y'all be doing all the beehive, you know, the dances and everything too. So, Peddy, I appreciate you for, coming to the show, being in the presence. It's a pleasure to be your presence as well. So, on this show, we like to talk about the foundation of who you are, who raised you, the blueprint of how you navigated the comedy game.
Yeah.
So let's start there of your foundation, family.
Yeah. So my family is full of artists. I have a lot of stand-up comedians in my family. My mother did stand-up before she had kids. And really, while she had kids, my first memory of being at a stand-up show was seeing my mother perform and just seeing how she captivated the audience. And my uncle also does stand-up. He still does stand-up in Baltimore. So I just came from a family of artists, of people that wanted to express themselves. And stand-up was just a very encouraged thing in my household for us to just express ourselves the best way we know how. We already like a silly, giggly, like just make jokes type of family. So having them be the ones to actually go out and make a profession of it, and made it easy for me to, try my end.
Nice. So was your family being the laugh out loud family? So the funniness and seeing that actually happen in your family actually encouraging you.
Yeah.
How important is that? Because a lot of families don't even encourage kids to actually do what they want to do, pursue their own path.
Yeah, it's one of them things that like I took for granted at first, because anytime I did something creative, my mother was always like, yeah, keep doing it. And sometimes it got to the point where I'm like, well, I don't want to do it just because, like, just to get out of her shadow, or maybe sometimes it's too much pressure. So it definitely was a benefit having, family members that encourage you. My mother, like, she'll come to my shows, and afterwards she'll be like, oh, that was good. You can say this next time. And, like, she'll give me, like, jokes and, like, add-ons to what I'm already doing. So I think it was really important, and it really shaped who I am, just to be comfortable and trying new things and just doing, what feels natural.
So educating and developing in the comedy world, and your internal self too as well. So person development, comedy development, why do both go hand in hand?
I mean, I feel like they both are part of the journey. So the more that I do with stand-up, I'm still learning. And as I first did, I'm still learning as I go. I don't think I know everything. I don't think that I could never be told anything. Like, I'm just learning. And so getting up there, putting yourself out there and trying, that's a big part of the journey. So it helps me both with my inner self and my confidence, but also with my craft, to be able to just get up and put myself out there and be like, this is who I am, this is what I have to say. Whether people laugh or not, I still gotta say what I gotta say.
Right.
So,
Hey, they gonna get it. You about the thing.
yeah, no, they always laugh. But even if people didn't laugh, I still think it's fun. So I'm gonna say what I need to say, because I need to get this stuff off my chest.
Right. See, what do you think about us keep up being a crowd? This is what the mean face. This what the church, the mean church lady look. Yeah, they try to laugh, but they try to hold it in. So when we see something like that, do you focus on like trying to make a certain person laugh, or what is your style when you on stage?
It's on it, like I'll focus on the majority energy in the room. Now if they say something, then I'm talking back to you. So if you heckling, then I'm gonna make fun of you. But if you just got the stank face, because sometimes people just have rested bitch face, because I be like that too. So when I'm at a show, maybe I got other stuff on my mind, and it just so happened that I'm looking like I'm me, but I'm really enjoying myself. Because if you took the time to come out to a comedy show and you paid admission, or even if it was free, you still there with your time, so you must like some point of it.
Right.
Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be there. So I don't really take that personally. Like if somebody don't laugh or they looking mad at me, because there's other people that's not. And it's unfair to just focus on one person that might not, be having a good time when it's other people that's having a ball. And I'm having fun, so that's all that matters.
So your journey throughout comedy. You say you wanted to be one when you was a little, right? So what was that first day? You like, you know what? I'm good on stage today. What was that moment for you?
So it was actually at one of my mother's shows, and I would just watch people, and I just would be like, I could do that. Like I just felt in my soul like, oh, I could do that, but I was nervous. But I just felt like, oh, I could really do that. Like I could be funny. I had things that I could say too, and so it really started from that. Just watching other people and being like, you know what? I thought about this earlier. I thought it was funny. I could just get up there and say it myself. So that's really where it came from, was like seeing other people do it and then being like, I think that could work for me too.
Nice. So understanding, like I said, knowledge is important, right? So understanding the punchline, the lead up to the punchline. Why is it important for a comedian to know how to write the proper punchlines to end it, hit that crowd like that? How's that? Why is that for you?
It's important because you don't want to just be that person that's just like telling the funny story to your friends. Like it's different than you like, oh, this stuff happened, I'm talking to my friends. But when you got a crowd and you're trying to like captivate them, then you only have but so much time to get their attention anyway. So you gotta come and be like, all right, what's gonna make them laugh at this point? Or even if they're not laughing, as long as they listening to you and they like, you're performing, they're watching you and they enjoying you, like that's a win too. So you don't gotta laugh every 5 seconds unless that's what the punchline is every 5 seconds. But if I'm just going in on something and people are listening to me and I can tell they're listening to me and afterwards we talking about it, that makes a difference for me too. Like I like that. I say that.
So now you're in New York City, but from Baltimore. So your journey traveling up the East Coast, understanding crowds. Understanding, hey, this joke might not work tonight, but it'll work another crowd tomorrow.
Yeah.
What is important to reading the room?
Yeah.
For your jokes.
So, I grew up in Baltimore, but I moved to Seattle after I graduated from college.
West Coast, So how did you graduate to?
I went to University of Baltimore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I was in Seattle, and I actually started doing stand-up in Seattle. I wasn't doing stand-up prior to that, but I did move back to Baltimore before I came to New York, so I was doing it then. But Seattle really started my journey, and a lot of those rooms were white people. And so it was like, it's a big difference when you go to a white room and then you come back and you do a black room, or either like if you do a room in the hood, or you do old people, or you do frat kids or whatever, like college kids or whatever. It all depends, and it's really a gamble. Like sometimes I can take a look around and be like, oh, they might not relate to this, so I may do a different joke instead. But sometimes I just be like, fuck it, like let's see, I'm gonna just say what I need to say, show my point of view, and if they get it, they get it. Because at the end of the day, it's still like, yeah, stand up for me is to make people laugh, yeah, but it's more so I can express myself and say what I need to say. So regardless of the audience, because I've performed in front of a lot of different people, I'm really about like, I gotta say, regardless. Some people might like it, some people don't. That's out of my control.
Yes. God's hand.
Yeah. Okay. God take the wheel. Like I gotta do what I gotta do. They like it, they hate it. That's fine. But I need to do that for myself.
Oh. So, for your words of wisdom in navigating the journey. So, what's the words of wisdom that you use today? Either your parents told you, they either learned throughout your journey in comedy. What is those words of wisdom that you still use today?
Definitely just keep going. Like you may have a bad night, you may have a good night. Just keep doing it. You never know who you're gonna meet. I met a lot of cool people that when I started in Seattle, they now live in New York and they're doing cool things, or they live in LA and or wherever. Like you meet so many people on the journey, so it's really just like enjoying and having fun. Once I'm not having fun, I might not do it no more. So I gotta make sure I'm having fun. I gotta make sure I'm doing stuff and working with people that I respect and that I enjoy, because if I'm going to somebody's show, I'm inviting my people and I want them to have a good time too. So I'm not just going to do any show, because I ain't about to subject my people to just anything.
Right.
So for me, it's definitely like have fun and just keep doing it. Like you did it one time, if you like it, keep doing it. Because you never know.
You get better off or something.
Yeah, exactly. And even if you don't, it's still, for some people that I don't even think you have to be funny to be a comedian. You just got to have the guts. You gotta have the audacity to be like, I'm gonna get on stage.
I'm telling roll sock.
Yeah.
Roll sock.
Like who wants that? Like that, it's really the confidence that is really what get people far from me. So I would just say keep having fun and just keep doing it.
Nice, nice. So how can someone reach out to you to talk as a big sister, be a mentor, or navigate the world of comedy?
Well, I don't know if I can be nobody mentor right now. No, but
You never know.
you can reach out to me on Instagram at Peddy. I'm probably on Instagram and Twitter the most. But yeah, I like going to the park and hanging out there. So if you see me in public, you can say hi, and because I'm very friendly, I like making new friends. I'm not from here; only been here 2 years, so I'm still down to meet people and talk and stuff. But definitely, social media is the best place to reach people.
Oh, well, perfect. All right, so thank you so much for coming to the show. You know, it's been a blast and appreciate you.
He's so much.
All right, man.
We good.